This is how you show a man that you are high value. And these tips have nothing to do with your looks. It's all about your aura and your attitude. Number one, boundaries over begging. You set clear boundaries, and if they are crossed, you walk away the first time. Respect is earned by how much you won't tolerate, not the opposite. Number two, show him that your world is full even without him. You have your friends, hobbies, passions, and goals. When a man sees you, choose him from abundance, not neediness. You lean into your feminine energy, and you have a softness and gracefulness about you, but you do it without losing your backbone. And lastly, you live in alignment with your words and standards. You don't post queen energy quotes and then have low effort behavior. Don't prove your worth to anyone. You just know your value and you embody it.
Look, ladies, if you really have high standards, you will never have to tell a man. He will already intuitively know. Men can pick up on the fact whether or not women are within their standards fairly quickly. Take it from me, there's zero reason for you to shout your boundaries to the world. A woman with high standards carries herself with such a poise, and she has this energy that just speaks for itself. It's why I said men will just know intuitively. The girl who's always shouting about how she has such high standards and will never let a man do this or never let a man do that or break this or whatever the heck it is usually the first to break her own boundaries. We all know that girl. A high value woman and a woman with high standards will not have to tell a man what he did wrong. She will simply leave. The need to chase a man when he pulls away absolutely repulses her. It's not a green light for her to try and prove her self-worth. So if you ever feel like you have to ask a man for princess treatment, you're not acting like a princess. So be about your business. If he doesn't approach you, it's because he knows that you aren't within his reach. And that's fine because another man will step up to the plate. Just keep doing you.
All right, here you go, my list of 3s. I wrote this list before going into the dating market and attracting the man of my dreams using this guideline. List number 1, your 3 non-negotiables in personality types. Meaning, what do you need in a man for you to find him attractive? For me, it was funny, disciplined, family-oriented. Second list, non-negotiables character-wise. No addictions. This includes pornography, substance addiction, or any form of unhealthy habit. My second non-negotiable character-wise was that he couldn't have children. I got married when I was 22 and I was a single lady with no children. I wanted a partner who had the same thing. And my third non-negotiable character-wise was that he needed to have a provider mindset. He needed to understand and want a family. My third list of my 3 non-negotiable physical qualities. I can't date a man with chicken legs. He needed to have thick thighs, okay? He needed to be taller than 5'9". My husband is 6'2", and he needed to have a good smile. Unfortunately, I forgot to ask for hair. I married a bald guy. I'm totally okay with that though. When he treats you like a princess, when he gives you the world, your mind creates hair for him, okay? I forgot to add in loyal in there. Regardless, you create your own lists of 3s with 3 non-negotiables for each list. Personality, character, and physical. These are your must-haves, not your nice-to-haves. So we'll have clarity when you go on these dates with these men. And before you even accept a date, you already know what you're looking for. However, this worked for me because I did the inner work. I believed and understood that I deserved this, that I deserved a good man because I, myself, am a good woman. And I know that everything I touch will grow, will be successful. Know your worth and your value before stepping into the dating market. You protect yourself this way. As always, ladies, be wise.
How do you set standards with men without using a single word? The woman with the highest standards doesn't have to drill them in to a man's head, all right? Their behavior is a policy. That behavior speaks for itself. You don't need to tell a man what you expect. You need to stop accepting what falls below, right? There is a difference between stated preferences and revealed preferences. Economists use this distinction to separate what people say they want from what the behavior actually demonstrates that they will accept. And in dating, this gap is where most women lose the upper hand in their relationships. You can say you want a man who plans dates, who pays your bills. You can post it online, you can text it to your friends, you can journal about it, you can say it in the mirror. But if a man comes to you being like, I'll take you to this place you've shown no interest in, does not relate to any of your personality or your aspirations or whatever, I'm going to take you there because it's a easy date spot, and you accept it, then girl, that's what you think that you deserve. And you go and you respond, or a man comes to you and, you know, he has nothing planned. He just wants to see how it goes, but asks you where you like to go. And you say, I don't mind, we can just hang out, or I have this place, whatever. You revealed your preferences, and that has overwritten your stated ones. The one you said in the mirror, the one you said in your journal, right? He can't look deep within you. He's reading your behavior. In human dating, your honest signal is your willingness to walk away from interactions that don't meet your criteria. You have to swallow the cost. You have to swallow like being alone, and maybe being alone for years, all right? Friday nights alone, fewer texts back, not responding to him because he was acting a fool, or he was just acting freaking lackluster and dry. Like, you don't respond to him, he doesn't get a text, you have to carry a conversation, you don't text him. And the cost is actually what makes the signal really credible. When a man encounters a woman who does not chase, doesn't over-explain, does not lower the bar to keep his presence, right? It activates what psychologists call scarcity. And that is the cognitive shortcut which assigns higher value to things that are less attainable and harder to obtain.
When you raise your standards, your options will change because you literally won't even see the same things that you used to see. If you're constantly feeling frustrated and like you don't get what you want, it's probably because you need to upgrade your standards, because your standards are literally the laws and the rules that you live by. As long as your standards are low, you are always going to act accordingly and in alignment to things that are way below your worth. And you're always going to notice lack. You're always going to entertain confusion and accept 50% of what you want, because you're choosing what's available instead of choosing what's actually aligned with you. And that's how you get exactly what you want, when you stop choosing things just because it's right there. And when we talk about manifestation, it's not just about wanting more, it's actually about becoming unavailable for less. Because if you're not getting what you want, then you definitely need to raise your standards, because it might seem like having higher standards would make things seem a little more scarce because it's not that many options. But what it does is it actually refines your life, and it makes the options that are there actually align with you. And I think a lot of people think that they have to accept certain things in life just because it's right there, and you don't. And this is exactly what I teach in my How to Manifest Anything ebook, where I teach you exactly how to manifest and get real results, because people think that it's just about wanting something or just writing stuff down, and it's about the identity that you embody. You cannot embody an identity of abundance if your standards are low and you accept 50% of what you want.
Having high standards shrinks the pool, but increases the quality. And a lot of women don't realize that's a good thing. When you raise your standards, yes, fewer people qualify. So it's gonna be fewer dates, fewer distractions, fewer what you do on text at 11:47 p.m. because you're not impressed by attention anymore. You're evaluating character. You're not asking, do you like me? You're asking, are you aligned with me? And most people fall off right there. But here's the part that nobody talks about. The higher you go, the quieter it gets. Less noise, less chaos, less options, but the options that remain are intentional, disciplined, secure, clear about what they want. High standards don't leave you with nothing. They leave you with rare, and rare was never supposed to be crowded in the first place.
They're just mad that they can't have you. That's it. It's not some great mystery, sis. If you are pretty, if you are confident, if you are smart, you have good energy, most men can't handle that. You make him feel insecure. You make him feel lesser than. And if he can't conquer you by having you or making you like him, basically, you simply remind him of the loser that he is. So if you're confused when you go out and randomly men are just rude to you, or they try to nag you, or they try to take you down a peg for no reason, like you are a lovely, warm, pleasant, fun individual. Like there should be no reason. You're an amazing woman. It's because you're not at fault. It's triggering all of the weak men out there who look at you and feel inadequate. So their weak little selves gonna try and take it out on you, bring you down a peg, bring you down to their level. Well, I say let them try. Let them try and laugh at their sad, pathetic attempts. Nobody can knock you off of your throne.
Regardless of how hard it is to date right now and to find your life partner and whatever is stacked up against us, especially as women, especially as women of color, I'm always going to believe that there's good men out here. That might be a little delulu of me, but I truly believe that if I exist, then my man will also exist. We live in an abundant, grandiose, amazing universe, and I truly believe that God has my person out there for me. And with this thought process, it has allowed me to not settle, not get to a point of sadness and hopelessness where I'm willing to just tolerate whatever someone does for me. It keeps my standards high. It keeps me in an optimistic mental space, in a space where I know what I deserve, and I'm not going to just allow life to hand me a load of BS and say that's enough, because it ain't. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but my man is out there.
Run a strict program. Run a strict program. If you run a strict program, you're able to weed out all the bad fruit easily. Don't change your non-negotiables for nobody, because you have non-negotiables for a reason, and that reason is to protect yourself. Anybody who runs a strict program wants to protect themselves. So if you meet a guy and he thinks your strict program is too much, then he clearly doesn't want the best for you. Because anybody who runs a strict program just wants the best for themselves, and they just want to protect themselves. It's not about trying to boss somebody around. It's not about even not giving somebody a chance, but boundaries need to be in place in order to have the best results when dating or getting to know somebody. I remember a huge non-negotiable of mine was I don't want to post anybody within the first 6 months. If we pass 6 months, I feel a little bit more safe. I feel a little bit more comfortable. I don't mind posting a little cute little flick here and there, right? I meet somebody. I put down this non-negotiable because they mentioned how important it was for them, for their partner to like be open about them and not be hidden. So I gave it a shot. I was a little excited. He was showing me, all these green flags in the beginning. As soon as I posted him, showed his ass. And I'm like, yeah, that's the last time I'm going to put down my non-negotiable for anybody. If it's a problem for you, then find somebody else that it works out for. Easy. I would detach myself and find somebody else that will sit there and let you play with them. You do that over there, but not over here.